Spring break is on the minds of many, and parents are looking for great ideas to keep the kids busy during their time off. Joining us now with a fresh take on how to keep the little ones entertained while also keeping their brains active is Nick Knight, the producer from the Venture Valley game. Nick, you got a lot of parents' attention. What can you share with us today?
Well, it's a big deal, right, to try and find something for them to do during spring break. And, you have to approach it with some creativity if you want to avoid that teenage eye roll, right? So this is important. So some of the things we do as a family, we've had some great success with going to like escape rooms, which are a really great way to get the whole family working together. Sometimes we go down to the beach and we'll fly those big stunt kites, the kind that drag you off the ground. But the challenge is finding something to do at home. And kids, especially teens, they just want to be on their computers or on their screens all the time, right? So we found that the best way to do that is to go where they are. And fortunately, we're creating a video game that does a really good job of that, Venture Valley game. And, the thing about that's so great about it is it's a competitive game that the whole family can play. And they can all play on the devices they're already on. So my son, he'll play on his big gaming computer, like that's going to help him, right? And my wife and I, we play on our iPhone or on our tablets. And everybody can play together because it's all cross-platform. But the best thing about Venture Valley is it's actually a game that teaches important concepts about business and finance. So while we're having fun and we're being competitive, we're also learning a little bit about business.
So how does it work when you sit down to play it? What can you expect?
So you sit down, so Venture Valley is really interesting. So it's sort of a map, like a little small town, and you choose a lot, you build a business, and then you have to operate your business. And every match is different because there's different goals you're going to go after. So for example, it might say you need to open a pizza parlor and sell the most pizzas. And one of the other goals might say open a coffee shop and make the most revenue. So you have different strategies you have to employ in order to be the best entrepreneur in the Valley. And we also have this deck of cards in the game that let you play little boosts on your own businesses or little adversities on other people's businesses. And that's where it gets kind of frustrating and fun. And all along the way, it's done with real math and real finance behind it. So, you got to pay your employees, you got to set your prices, you have to make a lot of business decisions on how to, achieve the goals and be the best entrepreneur in the Valley.
Wow, that's terrific. Where can we go for more information, Nick?
So Venture Valley, you can go to venturevalleygame.com, but just know that it's available everywhere you are. So you can get it from the Apple Store, you can get it on the Google Play Store, or you can get it for your Mac or PC on Steam. So it's available everywhere and all cross-platform.
Before we say goodbye, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Well, if anybody has any ideas of how to entertain my 13-year-old, you can send them to me because it is getting harder and harder, right?
I think that's a really big boat that you're in.
Yeah, exactly. I got a few more years of torture and anguish ahead of me, so.
Well, Nick Knight, thanks so much for joining us to explain Venture Valley. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
And have a great spring break.
Thank you. You too.